Hello, my name is Casey. I'm a trainer in Chicago. If you joined me in my series last year, Exercise for Beginners, you'll know that I posted a lot of content geared towards people who are just starting their fitness journey. This year, I'm going to keep with that theme, although I will progress it a little bit. This is still going to be geared towards beginners, but it's going to be one notch up. So we're going to add in a little bit more equipment, a little bit more variety, to keep you going and to keep you getting stronger to a happier, healthier, best version of you. Okay, all that being said and done, I thought a great place to kick the new year off would be to do some core work. So, no equipment required for today except yourself. We're going to start with a tried and true today, and that is the plank. So, when doing a plank, I always tell people do a couple cat-cows first, especially if the movement is a little newer or you're still trying to get better at it, right? So what I see, a lot of people give me too much cat when they are in plank. So that meaning they arch their low back way too much. A proper plank, you need to keep that lower abdomen engaged. So you almost want to thrust forward a little bit, flatten that lower back. So that's why I tell people give me a little bit of cat. So not that full arch where you're trying to get the stretch. You're just trying to give me a little bit of neutrality here, right? So find that cat position, extend your legs, and drop down to your forearms. All right, this is what I mean when people are dropping their hips or giving me too much arch in that low back. I want that cat. Push through the shoulder blades. Push your arms up, right? Don't sag into the chest. You're going to hold here. You're going to work towards a minute. If you can't get a minute right off the bat, stop where you can. Break it up into 15-second increments, whatever it may be. Just work up to that minute. Once you get to that minute, pause, take a break, do it again. All right. That is your plank. I'm going to follow that same ideology for your side plank. So for side planks, you want to make sure that you are lined up. Shoulder, elbow, hip, knees, ankle, all in a straight line. You're going to press up. I want that hip through the ceiling, nice and high. Engage that bottom oblique. Try not to press down with your top hand. That's going to make it harder. I like to stick mine up in the air or just like out of the way in general, but same thing. Break it up if you have to, 15 seconds at a time. Work towards that minute, rest, do it again. Over time, you'll be able to do the full minute all in one go. That's great. That's a great maintenance point. Being able to work your isolation exercises to a point of maintenance is where you would like to be. Our next two exercises are going to be leg raises and windshield wipers. So for a leg raise, I like to have people lie flat on their back, legs straight up in the air. When your legs are up in the air like this, your low back automatically becomes flat against the ground. Notice that contact. Become one with that contact. That is what you want to feel whenever you're doing core exercises and your back is on the ground. You want to maintain that level of contact. If at any point your low back comes off the floor, you do not proceed with any more range of motion. You stop just short of that point where your back starts to lift, and then you go back up or you repeat the exercise. So what do I mean by that? So I can go all the way down and all the way up. My low back stays against the ground the entire time. That's great. Now, what I do see sometimes is people's low back will come up. See this? I can stick my whole hand under there. And that is because they cannot maintain this belt here. All right? So what do? You just don't go as far. Cut the range of motion in half to 3/4. Just don't go all the way to the floor. No one's telling you have to go all the way to the floor. You just have to work to go to the floor over time. And that's perfectly fine. You do what you can. You get strong in the range that you're capable of. And eventually, you're able to go further and further until you can hit the floor with your heels or close to it. Honestly, you can get to a couple inches off the floor and that's just fine. But don't let that low back come off the floor. Pendulums or windshield wipers, whatever you want to call them, a little bit different. Buddy, you're in the way. So this one, when you rock from side to side, your back's obviously going to come off the ground. What I'm looking for here is even rotation back and forth, your ability to pull back up with your obliques when you're returning to center, right? So what I see sometimes is people fall when they get too far to the side because they can't pull back up with their sides. So what you need to do, same thing, shorten that range of motion. Don't go as far, right? Because this is going to make it a little bit easier. And then over time, you reach further and further until you can control your ankles getting close to the floor. All right, one more to go. All right, our last exercise for today is going to be mountain climbers. Now, we should all be familiar with mountain climbers. If you haven't, you're in a push-up plank, but your knees come up straight down the middle. What I'm looking for is a rotational mountain climber. So your knee is coming to your opposite elbow. What this does, it adds a twist to this movement. So when we do core work or when I structure core work, I try and do movements that are straight down the middle, work those abs, those 6 or those 8 packs, work the sides, the obliques, right? Stability right here, but also rotational movements. Rotational movements are arguably the most functional movement pattern and the one that it is overlooked the most, especially in beginners. You just don't know. That's okay. Rotational movement is going to help stabilize you the most. So anything where you're rotating your trunk like so. So try and add one of those in every week. It's important, or most weeks. Okay, whew, you got me winded. So those are your 5 exercises for today. Thank you for joining me. Happy New Year. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. Tell your family, tell your friends. Not making this content for anyone in particular. If you get use out of it, great. Share it around. I don't sell anything, not looking for anything, just sharing what I know. Have a good one. Subscribe.